Negrin, ready the escape pod! Let's go, we have to get the fuck out of here, now!
Hey, they have to go!
Hold up.
Deaktiviert die Rettungsboote! Zu spät!
Let's go.
Sake, hell, that's smart!
Stop fidgeting. You want something for the pain?
No, just get on with it, man. Now listen up. Caroline had a plan.
Yes, the liberation of the United States of America.
Caroline wanted to free the US and use it as a stepping stone to liberate the rest of the world. Come fuck or high water, this is what we're gonna do. For Caroline. Oh, for God's sake, Max, stop helping!
Why is there a Nazi on the boat?
Because if it wasn't for this Nazi traitor, we'd all be dead by now. We owe her, so we can't kill her. Unless she fucks us over. You gonna fuck us over?
No, mister. And I'm not a Nazi. Not anymore.
All right. Now, Caroline had established radio contact with an American resistance cell in New York City. The only way we move forward... Caroline's plan is to build alliances with US resistance groups and mobilize the people for a revolt.
Depth charges!
What in the name of Satan's bloody ass is happening? Hold it.
I hear surface breaches. Multiple surface breaches.
It's Frau fucking Engel. Would someone care to tell me how the fuck she found us? Well, speak up.
Someone inside your U-boat is transmitting your position.
That is bloody marvelous.
The Ausmerzer has been receiving messages from someone inside your boat. That's how we found you.
Fucking who? Section F. Fucking what?
Okay. There it is, Section F.
But there is no Section F. The maps are not accurate. We've looked and there is no door there.
What if there is? What if someone is hiding in there, transmitting that signal?
You want to investigate? I'm gonna have to go have a lie down.
Kindle, come. Must be here. Move this locker. Astonishing.
What do you see?
It's welded shut from the other side.
Higgle, hey! Look to me! Use this! Fergus came to me with some thoughts for improvement. I tinkered with it a little.
Thanks, I missed the old girl. I will open this when you are done, big man.
Hey everybody, I told my entire story and the fucking microphone was off. The entire fucking time. I'm a retard. But anyways, thanks for coming and watching my video. Why am I sore as fuck, you might ask? Well, let me get into this a little bit. On Friday, well, this originally happened on Thursday. So Thursday I went to the hospital Actually, I went to the doctor's first. And the doctor said it's so bad, you need to go to the emergency room right away. So he wrote me a note to like fast track me through the emergency room system. Went there, went through triage, got in there. About 5 hours goes by. I'm there till about 11 o'clock at night. They put a whole bunch of pain medication in me and antibiotics and all that stuff. And they're like, okay, come back at 8 o'clock in the morning for an ultrasound. I say, okay. Now, of course, that's not okay because I'm on a whole bunch of pain medications and I'm not really able to make conscious, consenting decisions. So I left, and I slept in. I slept in till about 9 a.m. I panicked. I got my stuff together, got dressed as quickly as possible with the pain that I was in, because by then the medication they had given me had already worn off too. Went back in there and did my thing. So I'm in there doing my doing all the testing, and well, actually no, I went in and I go in for this ultrasound. They tell me to go sit down somewhere here. Somebody will come and get you. I said okay. I was there for an hour and a half, like just writhing in pain, in so much pain. And there's this girl, I guess she must have broken her foot or something like that, and she's in pain, and she's cussing, mother effer, the C word, every bad word you could possibly think of. This girl is just spewing. Somebody comes over, they get her a freaking morphine drop. And I'm like, oh wow, is that what you have to do to get service around here? Because I can be a dick. I know how to be a dick. So, by then my mom's here. My mother's a fucking saint in all this. But, she goes over and tells the nurse, like, my son is in a lot of pain. You got other people here cussing and going on like crazy people, and they're getting served, and he's just sitting idly by, keeping his mouth shut, biting his tongue, while writhing in pain. So they end up finding out that, oh, well, because you missed your appointment, you got to do all this stuff again that you did yesterday again today, which makes zero sense, by the way. I'm in Canada. We're not in the Stone Age here, where if you mess something up, you got to start over from scratch. Everything's put into computer systems. So where's all these results and all this blood work that you did yesterday? And they're like, oh well, because it's been over 12 hours, we have to reestablish your baseline again. I'm like, are you kidding me? So they're like, and this is when I start to lose my temperature. They call 3 security guards, 3, and I'm like, listen, Rent-A-Cop, don't get involved in this right now, because it's not going to be good for you or me, because I'm going to end up getting taken out of here in a stretcher, and so are you. So let's just not do this right now. I'm twice your size, I may be in a lot of pain, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to stand up for myself right now. So my mom just tells me to shut up, sit down, and wait your turn. And I'm just like, okay. He's like, well, we're not leaving until he calms down. And I'm just like, leave and I will calm down. That's pretty evident. I'm not trying to be a douchebag here. I'm frustrated because they're making me do all this shit over from scratch. So I go about my way. They finally call me in. The triage nurse makes me go through all the stuff that I went through again this time, and then they put you in this back room, and it's like it's akin to a slaughterhouse, because they're just like, here, we're gonna put you in this room with all these other people who, you know what, we don't know what they have yet either. They could have SARS, bird flu, but hey, I know you're sick and you might have a compromised immune system right now because you're sick, but we're going to throw you in a room with these people anyway. So yeah, they put you in there and this room is just packed. It's like literally a room the size of my basement here, which is maybe about 50 feet long and 30 feet wide. Alright? And there's nowhere to sit. So I'm like visibly and verbally being a kind of a douchebag. So I just find a spot against the wall and just lean into it. Somebody eventually gets up from one of the recliners, and I sit down in the recliner. This is when the nurse finally comes over, and they give me an IV. And in the IV, turns out the day before they were giving me some sort of anti-inflammatory. I think it was Toradol. But then they give me a morphine drip because they realize, oh, well, he's in so much pain. This isn't good. So they finally call me in for the ultrasound. The ultrasound gets done, and that's when I guess on their end they're like, okay, this is a serious situation now. Because as soon as that happened, everything started just beelining quick time. They find me a bed to lay down in. They keep giving me morphine. I'm passed out by then because it's so much drugs. You can't stay awake through it. And I didn't want to stay awake. I was just in so much pain. So they end up getting me a surgeon, and the surgeon gets in at 1 a.m. We're ready to go. I go into surgery, and I didn't realize how bad things were till like a couple of days ago when I went and seen the surgeon for a checkup, and he explained the situation. So when I went into surgery and he started to cut me open, they only cut you open for like a little wider than what the organ is that they need to get out. So typically on a gallbladder, it's about 5 centimeters. So they cut a decent little hole right here to get it out, and then they go in through your belly button. And with me, they also had to go in through my side. So as he's starting to pull the gallbladder out, my gallbladder was 17 centimeters. So that's nearly 3 times bigger than the regular sized gallbladder that they were going to pull out of me. So he had to stretch the hole. Like there's a big bump here right now, and it hurts so much. And I had a fractured sternum before then from being in a car accident, so I know how difficult, like how painful everything was in this area going to be. But this is a lot worse than that because it's all soft tissue injury, right? So it hurts more. And he explained to me when he started pulling it out, it was like mush in his hands. So when he pulled it out, it all just started falling apart. And I had an impacted gallstone about 3 centimeters, which was causing all this mayhem in my body. It had plugged the hole for the bile to go through and help digest my food and all that stuff, right? So when this happened, the gallbladder starts falling apart as he's pulling it out of me, and the gallstones that are inside there that are blocked, that couldn't pass, start falling into my body cavity. So he pulled it out as quickly as possible, and then he had to go in individually with forceps and pick it all out. Because and those ones were pretty. They weren't as big as 3 centimeters, but they're like. It's not a good thing to have happen in the middle of surgery, right? So he gets all these gallstones out of my body cavity and closes me back up. I don't remember any of this, of course, because I was under heavy anesthetic. And I end up going to sleep at just before 1 a.m. I went to sleep at 1 a.m. when they put me out in the operating room. And then I woke up at 7:30, waited about an hour, called my mom, told her to come pick me up at the hospital. I'm ready to go. I had them take my IV out, signed myself out of the hospital, and said peace out. They gave me a little bit of pain medication for the road, and I went home. And had I known, like, had the nurses said anything to me, oh, this is what happened, sir. Like, you need to, like, stay in bed. You need to be here for, like, a week or so that you can recover properly. I would have. I didn't realize how bad things were. Like, it's still right now, it's fucking killing me. Oh boy, I don't wish this on my worst enemy. It's been fucking hell. But that's what happened. That's why the title of the video is Short as Fuck. That's why I spent so much time at the opening of the video just standing there talking. I didn't realize none of it was being picked up by the microphone. And now I'm so baked. I don't know, I feel really high. I don't know why. Like, I feel like my body's going this way, but I'm sitting up straight because I can see myself in frame. I just feel so odd. And the pain of coughing and laughing, it's so painful. Like, it's like I don't want to do anything that brings me joy. So, but I'm here. I'm gonna play some Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, and we're gonna have some fun. All right, guys. I know I don't have very many YouTube subscribers, but I'll edit this video down when I get a moment to after I'm done streaming it, and maybe I'll make this this video or this into a video. You'll know if you see this as a video. All right, everybody. I thank you for listening. I know I don't reach out very often and actually talk to you guys, but I want to start doing podcasts again. I want to start posting more. I want to post a video at least once a week. So I'm going to start trying to do that. Let's do a bong rap. Play some Wolfenstein. Does anybody know how the correct saying is it? Like, it's like that Bernstein or Bernstein. Which one is it? Or which one came first, the chicken or the egg? Like, this hair is got to go. Like, I don't think I've ever showed you how long I grew out my hair. It's just like, there we go. Got a little Jerry curl through the baseball hat. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. What's up? Or is that emo? Is that an emo look now? Hi guys. What's up, guys? How's it going, guys? Alright. Let's get this show off the road, 'cause we never wanna know. Poppity pop pop, poppity pop pop, Poppity pop pop poppers. Not the gay ones either. That stuff's bad for you. Like instant brain cell death. Oh wow. Come here, puppies. Come lie down. Come lie down. I guess not. Alright. Let me get this hair under control. It is starting to tears me off tonight. 'Cause I'm alone again. Piss me off tonight. I'll be home again soon. Now, I'm not sure if it'll be up there, but I do have a donation thing on my PayPal. If you would like to donate, please donate, because I'm not able to do much for work right now. I'm on disability, so go ahead and donate. Donate. Alright. Let me see where we are. Sorry, I'm just opening my computer up. At least it picks me up pretty well. So now I know that the sound is working. Awesome. Awesome. Top 5 videos for this right now.
William, you have to find the transmitter and shut it down, or the depth charges will rupture our hull. We've made a mistake. On the floor plan, Section F just looks like a little laundry room. We looked for it when we first searched the U-boat after you captured it, but we didn't see the entrance door. And with all the things we were worrying about back then, I suppose we didn't bother looking too closely. But now I've re-examined the floor plan, and there's a reference to a completely different document. The engineering map of Section F. I'll report back as soon as I find it.
Keiner konnte ihn aufhalten. Eine Mordmaschine. Seinetwegen haben wir uns hier verschanzt und die Tür getarnt, damit er uns nicht findet. Ja. Ich erinnere mich. Sobald das U-Boot auftaucht, sind wir in Sicherheit. Brüderchen. Und jetzt seid tapfer und macht dir keine Sorgen.
Mein Bruder, du Drecksau! Ein Mann wurde getötet!
Mein Gott, der ist es! Beschütze Kommandant Fischer!
William, I found the engineering map. Ballast tank, nuclear warhead stockpile. Oh my god. Section F stretches along the entire hull of the U-boat, and we're on the biggest U-boat in the world, so this section is gigantic. Some of it must serve as a main ballast tank or something, because it's a massive volume. Be careful, William. No telling how many Nazis could be hiding in there.
go down. Okay. Water.
William, those Nazis have been surviving in there ever since you captured the U-boat 5 months ago. They must be starving and desperate. Stay safe, darling.
Erstens sind die Wände schalldicht und wir waren ziemlich ruhig. Zweitens ist unser U-Boot das größte weltweit. Ich bin schon seit Jahren hier und kenne immer noch nicht alles.
William, I took a closer look at the stockpile of nuclear warheads in Section F. According to the engineering map, there's dozens of warheads in there. Let's hope the Nazis haven't tampered with them.
Ja, war wohl doch.
Thank you, William. The housemaster is losing track of us now. Find your way back to the locker room. Bombate will let you out of there.
Fucking killed myself. Hey, Jesus. Crizzle. And then I woke up with like a huge water blister on my fucking shoulder. I'll be right back. I got the munchies. Oh, yeah, boy. Oh. Hit me up in the chat if you need anything. Loving the sin. I'm just toasting some bagels. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, y'all. Oh, let's see if we can you see them? Yeah, see? Right there. I bet you if I... So, oh yeah. It's too bright. So, there. See all the freaking bumps on me now too from all the bandages. Broke out from the bandages. It went in there. The big one's right there. Whew. And it's fucking like that wide. Fucking crazy, eh? Miras, clap, Bombay, clap, ras, man. Okay. Doki Doki Literature Club. Is this Doki Doki Literature Club? Yes, it is. Sit down. Actually, how about you wrap that noose around your neck and stand on that chair? Jesus. Fuck me in my ass. That hurts so fucking much. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Fuck me sideways.
I should look into it, and you want me to play here? So you're not too likely to be shot. Sociopathic predatorial dignogs. Let me know when we're close, okay? Anytime, I'm ready, okay? Hi. Welcome to Safe Space. It's Pat Dixon, your guest host. Talib Starks is busy doing other things in Philadelphia. Looting. That's right. He's down there, jumping up and down on top of canopies, possibly eating some horse shit, or supervising the eating of some horse shit. I'm sure he's having a good Philly steak down there. Hey, congratulations to Philadelphia and to you, Talib. I'm glad you're enjoying that big parade. I mean, who wouldn't rather be at a parade than be inside the safe space? I've never been in the safe space by myself. That's with these guns. I never feel more safe than when there's a lot of guns around. Old 2A, it does protect us. And that's what nobody realizes, you know? People think guns are not this... people get shot and all that kind of stuff, you know? But shooting, that's the least of your worries. You're not too likely to be shot. You're more likely to get heart disease, more likely to be dead of cancer.
Itchy.
Things like that. So, happy Thursday. Welcome to Safe Space. You know, this is a dream come true for me because the concept of a safe space. And by the way, hello there, guys. How are you? Nice to see you. Hello, Allie. And Garrett and John.
What's up, White Talib? How you doing?
Ah.
Okay, hey, Talib got the vitiligo, I guess.
Yeah.
I realize this Eagles parade is sponsored by Free Bud Light.
Really?
Because they lost a bet, one of the players, so now they have to go and hand out free Bud Light to every person in Philadelphia.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, supplies limited. When it runs out, I'm sure they've got... This is what's happening now? It's
This
a
is live,
feed?
yeah.
Oh, this is something else. Look at that.
At least they paid up their bet.
Look at that float. Boy, that's a bunch of mooks. Oh, that's the team. Yeah, look at that. That's Philadelphia. What an ugly city.
Yeah, looks like
Oh, there's Talib.
What a... You gotta zoom in. Yeah, he's in there somewhere. What a mass of garbage. Enjoy your walk, losers. I mean, you know, it's a big deal to win the Super Bowl. It's been a long time. Have they ever won a Super Bowl? They were defeated, right, once?
Yeah, the Patriots beat them.
The Patriots beat them. Well, this made that especially sweet then, didn't it? Look at him. Now, what's that orange thing float out? That's Talib.
Yeah, he's in the crowd.
He's yeah. Well, we're there with you, Talib. He even texted. He's like, "Hey, look, have fun. Don't try to contact me for any reason. You're on your own." Of course, it is the town of Rocky Balboa, fictional boxer of the screen through I believe 11 sequels. Rocky 11 was good. The next to last one.
Who did he fight in that one?
He fought he actually dementia.
He fought Adrian?
Yeah, he fought Adrian. He was trying to, they had to put him in a home. He had to fight off what's that shaky disease that you get?
Parkinson's?
Parkinson's, right.
Yeah, it's a
Mr. Parkinson's. It was Mr. P. Well, that's good safe space humor. This is not a very safe space right here in New York City. Horror in the city. Look at that. Look at the horror in the city. A pregnant teen's baby was attacked by a cock. You know, you ever hear that old joke? There was a baby that was born that could talk. You ever hear the talking baby? You ever hear that, Garrett? Never. There's a baby born, he can talk, and he says, he comes out and he says to the nurse, he says, "Are you my father?" She goes, "No." And he turns to the mom, he's like, "Are you my father?" She goes, "No, I'm not." And he turns to the doctor, he says, "Are you my father?" And the doctor says, "No, I'll go get your dad." So he goes and gets the dad, and they bring him in there, and the kid asks his dad, he goes, Are you my father?" And he goes, "Yes, I am, son." And he goes, "Well, here, how do you like it?" He starts tapping on his head. Yeah. Wow. Well, born was dead at death. Yeah, that's a joke about skull fucking. And more about skull fucking later. I tried to think of the things that I could say on safe space. Since this is a safe space. Faggots. Right?
Yeah.
Cunt.
Yeah. Anything.
Yeah, I mean, I can say anything. I can say, I don't know, Spix. Out of context, it's not really as fun, though.
I love you, Dad.
It's okay. There's no judgment here.
I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Some judgment. Oh, Christ, I didn't even think of that. So much more to feel bad about. Yeah, this pregnant teen. I don't know how complete our NFL coverage will be today, but it might not exist. I'm not sure if my guest is going to show up. Ryan Katsu-Rivera is supposed to be here, not here. Unreliable. Ryan Katsu-Rivera. He's out there in that dangerous world. I hope nothing happened. I'm sure he's fine. He can handle himself. He was raised in the Bronx.
Damn,
How about
from
that?
the block.
Raised in the Boogie D. Ryan K. Rivera. Now, I'm pretty sure anybody watching the show already knows what a safe space is, but let's break it down. The word safe. Do we have an image of that? Or an internet? Hit it up on the internet, because I want to make sure that we really look at it. The concept of a safe space. Now, it's an adjective, means, oh yes. Well, that's space. But, yeah, safe, maybe first. That doesn't really matter. Safe means, protected from, not exposed to danger or risk, not likely to be harmed or lost. Here's the sentence. Eggs remain in the damp sand, safe from marine predators, is pronounced thusly.
Safe.
Thank you. and you're safe. It also means in baseball you reach the base without being out. So that's a double meaning. Davis was safe when the right fielder dropped a fly ball. Safe. That's safe. That's what the umpire would say. Now, space. Let's see what's space. I think there's so many meanings of space. Continuous area or expanse, free, available, unoccupied. The dimensions of height, depth, and width within which all things that exist and move. That's a pretty heavy fucking meaning, isn't it? The dimensions of height, depth, and width within which all things exist and move. Position to like, if you want to space things, that's the verb version. I distance from each other. Here's one that's informal. Space, to become distracted. Oh, I spaced. Yeah. That's why Ryan did today. He spaced. Yeah, he's out there. He's out there someplace in the continuous area of expanse that is free, available, and unoccupied. In the dimensions of height, depth, and width within which all things exist and move. Yes, and there's more. So many more versions of space. Space, could it mean a safe? Yeah, tap translations there yeah, right down there, you see that arrow? There's so many more definitions, oh my god. At the bottom, did we do it yet? Yeah, tap that thing at the bottom. Under that. Right there. Oh, show less. Never mind. Safe space. Hit space. You know what to do. You're the genius here. I'm just working here. We're probably almost through an hour by now, just because of my stammering. All right. Well, so it's like people who want a safe space, it's like they think the outside world is dangerous. Like it's going to kill them or something. They can't really say what it is specifically that's so dangerous, but that's just because it would reveal that it is ridiculous. So it's not a specific thing. It's more like anything can happen if they're not occupying a safe that's space for them. Like this movie in the 70s. I don't know if you remember seeing it. I saw it on TV. It starred John Travolta as the Bubble Boy. Here he is. Look at him. John Travolta, who is, and of course, he's inside his bubble there, going, hey! And that's Paul Williams. Oh, a.k.a. Little Enos. Pops up in just a second. He wrote the worst song ever recorded for this movie. It's called What Would They Say? Can you guys pull that up? I've got it right here. On 8-track. You want me to play it here?
I'm looking it up.
See if you can hear it. We'll go and be gay out in the country, free to be fags. That is the worst song I've ever heard in my entire life. It's awful. It's very depressing. It's supposed to be uplifting. And it's written by that fucking little troll.
He gets a pass, so he wrote so many good songs.
Oh, really? Yeah, he did. Such as Short People Have No Reason to Live. I agree with that sentiment.
That's Randy Newman.
Oh, right. Randy Newman, not Paul Williams. As if I even had one name right. Well, what did he write? Paul Williams.
All right, I'll pull that up.
Probably something like Sad Eyes. Something like that. Some Gino Vanelli shit. What did he write? I should know this. If you know anything about Paul Williams, you know who wrote Eastbound and Down? Jerry Reed.
No shit.
Didn't he?
I thought so.
Or did he just sing it? Yeah. Now that's a song. That's a song I could listen to all day and have recently.
Rainy Days and Mondays.
God, it's a more depressing shit.
Rainbow Connection.
Ugh. God. It's all faggot shit.
Yeah. Evergreen, #1 for Barbra Streisand.
Rainbow Connection.
We've Only Just Begun for the Carpenters.
Ugh. We've only just begun.
He wrote the Love Boat theme.
All right, that's not too bad.
The radio room. Thank you, William. The house is losing track of us now. Find your way back to the locker room. Bombate will let you out of there.
Look, that one, he had his songs charted at like 165, 159. Is that peak position or is that weeks on the chart?
These are albums.
Oh, albums. Here comes inspiration. In my face. Ordinary fool. No, you're a very special, little, short, strange fool, little Linus. Yeah, in 2005 was last time he tried to do something. I'm going back there someday. Charge not. I'm ready to dance. That latest album. I think he wore a little outfit, came out as a mascot on stage or something. That's a collaboration. Well, so that's one way to lose Steve. This game was too vulnerable to be outside of a bubble. It seems his body had no resistance in this movie. He has no immunity. It's like he was more of an AIDS. Look at this. Said no amenities at first. No power steering, no power windows.
The radio room.
Thank you, William. The house is losing track of us now. Find your way back to the locker room. Bombate will let you out of there.
To, quarantine his age.
Prediction, we're talking about days or weeks or months. Years. Give me a kiss.
Well, that woman is a bit of a hag, isn't she? You shouldn't have kids when you're 50.
We're gonna toss.
Oh, yeah, play ball. That makes a lot of fucking sense.
Okay. Look out here. Cuts. Oh, good. Try again.
Oh, boy.
Good one. Good man.
It's like having like a little turtle. It's like a pet.
Just old people.
He's still the bubble now, as Travolta. Yeah. He's full-grown. I hope they've made him a bigger bubble by now.
Some chicks in there with them and fucking eventually. That's the best part of the whole movie.
Of course. Yeah. Look, I'm a mean blonde kid. I don't wonder things. Come on. I'm popular. Who cares? We're smoking. That's the way every 70s girl talks, by the way. I don't know. I'm surprised to know what she is right now. See, they decided it'd be a good idea to put it behind the teacher as he talks.
Alright, it's not far enough. Unless every one of you want to be sent down to the principal's office, you'll cut it out right now.
How do you like that? Turns out he's pretty cool. Hey, telephone communication.
You can't answer that. What would happen if I left now? You're not actually considering would I get something and die right away?
Let's hope.
I really don't know. You mean I might live? Yes, it's conceivable your body's been building up some immunities.
You've never really had to be in this bubble.
It's also conceivable that just a bad cold or a case of flu might kill you.
You pussy.
I'm sorry.
It's been 18 years and the doctor's like, wait, you want to get out of this bubble? Why now? You're not considering leaving, are you? And the first time he goes out dressed like a fucking hippie murderer. Look at him. This is the quality of the film. Of course, she's saddling up her horse. A lot of germs near that horse. Yeah. How did he manage to fuck her? He did. Did he? I thought that already. It looked like she rolled over to him and everything. And the way to do this really. Maybe, very dry. I think plastic.
They could put a condom hole with that plastic. Like you said, there are holes. Put a condom hole.
Seems like the least they could do.
You can just back up to it.
Yeah, it's fucking hot. For him, it'd be the hottest thing ever. What a treat. Man, think of the jizz that is like accumulated inside that bubble.
Oh, I know. That's what I was thinking. Walls.
Right. That thing's splattered. You are protected in your safe space, sir. In your little bubble. That's what everybody wants. They want to. I think this is when it started. I think that was the beginning of the safe space. That was actually based on a true story. 2 true stories, actually. David Vedder was one of them. And he was the bubble boy who inspired it. He questioned the film's depiction of how sterile Todd's use of the spacesuit was. Vedder scoffed at the idea that Travolta's character could simply wear the spacesuit back into the isolator without contaminating the bubble. Oh my god. I just want to be like a man, you know? I just want to breathe air, not get sick and die. This is great. I like it in here. This is the safest I've ever been. Can't fucking penetrate this fucking thing.
Impenetrable, man.
Yeah.
Keep you nice and healthy in there.
I like it. And, you know what? The best thing about this is that I don't have to listen to people saying things that might make me feel uncomfortable. You know, like the fact that speaking of AIDS, yes, that was Robert Reed, of course, better known as architect Mike Brady. Yeah, it's one of the weirdest shows that ever got made when you think about it. On the surface, the Brady Bunch was about step-siblings going through the preteen and teenage years together, getting through life's minor problems, finding ways to get along. But underneath, it was about step-siblings going through the teenage years together, minors getting down, and finding ways to get it on. In short, incest. With that weird old lesbian Alice presiding over it all. Here's Robert Reed. Yeah, look at him. That looks really, really gay. Robert Reed. Who does he remind you of there? Quickly. What does that look like to you? Who does he look like? I think I know who you're talking about. Let's advance. That's close enough. Yes.
Oh, Allie, good one.
Yeah, one of Richard Simmons. Oh, look at that. He's touched him. I hope that's okay. And
Is that his arm or his penis?
that's it's welded on. If it's his penis, he might spread something. I hope it. What's the next slide say? Oh my god. Oh yes. Struck out. That's not the kind of slot machine you want. Is that thing here? Oh yes. How about that hair? Look at those. Man, see, all those years of exercising have really kind of left him pretty much. Looks like he's dead.
His skin looks like the end of a dustpan. Wipe the brush off on it, all those so triangular, jagged.
Yeah, it's weird that they both had the same tank top there and the same hair. You know what? Let's see what some other bald guys would see like with that hair. That's Bruce Willis, of course. Yeah, there he is. Simmons' hair, not bad. He looks a little more like Michael Bolton with the hair. about politics, okay? I was married to Republicans.
What happened to him?
He fucking finally disappeared, I guess. I mean, really, he went away.
And his wife, too. Weren't they like both a big political couple?
They were. They were supposed to matter there for a second or something, but I mean, like, now they just, like, fucking gone. This guy, what was their deal? They were on opposite sides.
Yeah, and he was like a big Hillary guy.
Yeah.
I don't even remember him during the election.
Nah, he was gone. Maybe he got killed. He must have got killed by the Russians. Look at the guy there. Look at that guy. Man,
Get out of here.
People used to listen to him talk about things. Let's see who's next. I think it's Matt Damon. With a little hair. I tell you. Think about it.
Turns out it's honest.
That's a particularly good picture for this because it's like so dreamy looking. You know, it's like it has a soft focus. A lot of, you see the highlights there. All different colors. He's already like a clown. So. Matt Damon, he stepped in some shit, didn't he? Not too long. He said like, hey, it's not the same thing to pat somebody on the bottom as it is to rape them. And they were like, fuck you!
Just listen, don't mansplain to us.
Fuck, man. Feminists are the ones who started this safe space stuff, too. So it's, they are. They wanted to... Oh, that's Sinead O'Connor.
Alive.
How about some hair? There we go. Yeah,
all
she's
they've
now
known.
looking... That takes
all
30
they've
minutes
felt.
off of her age. She did
all the
not
shit
age
they've
well,
gone through.
I remind you, Sinead O'Connor in the 80s. Let's see what she looked like. Look at that. I mean, the bald thing, I could always take or leave, but she was a dish. She was a very lovely girl. In the next one, she looks pretty good, too. But that's side by side. That's what 25, 30 years of being a leftist will do to you. You wind up being just confused and sad in a hotel room in Jersey, covered with tattoos, bawling your eyes out.
Can you please go see Ted at his workshop so he can check up on me?
And ugly.
I worry about your health.
Poor old woman. What a hag. You hagged it up.
I better eat something.
Remember when she was on SNL, how dangerous she was, ripping up a picture of the Pope, you know? Now it's like, oh, you can't say anything offensive anymore. I mean, it used to be like you were encouraged to say offensive things. I think there's one more, though. One more bald guy. How about that?
Hey, this guy.
Hey!
I know him.
Oh, God, I miss him.
Whoa! Looking good.
Looking good, Mr. Conter. As Matt LeBlanc would say. Oh, Talib. Man, what a great guy.
Yeah, he is the best.
He is the best. You don't really realize how great people are until they go to a parade. Advocates for Youth, which I don't know if you've heard of them, I never heard of them. It states on their website that a safe space is a place where anyone can relax and be fully self-expressed without fear of being made to feel uncomfortable, unwelcome, or challenged on account of biological sex, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender identity, or expression, cultural background, age, or physical or mental ability. A place where the rules guard each person's self-respect, dignity, and feelings, and strongly encourage everyone to respect others. It's kindergarten. That's ridiculous.
It kind of sounds like I could go in there and say racist things because they're my ideas and I'm allowed to express whatever I want in that space.
That's here.
That's any safe space, which is a safe space.
This is but you see, this is a reverse space, safe space. This is the safe space that happens as a result of all the other safe spaces. Someday, this will be the only room in which you can say anything you want.
So what you're saying is the other safe spaces aren't actually safe.
Exactly. Because they're not. They're safe for them, but they're not safe for you. Absolutely unsafe for you. See, everybody else can have an opinion. All those people I said, if you're not one of them,
okay, man.
If you have no gender or ethnicity, which is being a white guy, well, you're out of It's an attack on free speech.
Why you look so
like,
blunt?
people think of those people like and spineless, and bosoms and snowflakes, and that they don't have any character. They never have, like, really, built up any ability to,
We only have
I don't know, like, hear an opposing point of view or develop an argument. That's not really true. The truth of it is, what they're doing is arrogant and cynical and really quite dangerous. What they're doing is declaring a foothold where you can't say things. It's like, in that room they have control. So you go in there, you're being controlled. That's, however big that safe space is, that's the extent to which they have taken out free speech. You know what I mean? Like, if you go to a church, you know, they might frown on you saying certain things. You might not be safe saying them there, but, like, it's not there for that purpose. That room is there for that purpose. It is a free speech destroying zone. And, you know, what could be more dangerous than that? Because you know what's going to happen? They go, well, we have safe space. Why should I have to go all the way across campus to not be called a faggot? Why should I have to leave my home, walk through the common area, and risk being called some kind of trans, fucking something, whatever you call a trans person?
Relax, he's crazy.
Do you have a name for it? Call me. He, she, some other personal pronoun. Somebody might use the wrong personal pronouns on the way to that fucking safe space, and then where am I going to be? It's not safe. How about a safe tunnel, a safe pathway to get there? How about a safe escalator? Joining me now, Brian Katsu-Rivera, sneaking over. How you doing?
A safe escalator.
How you doing? Thanks for dressing up and being prompt.
This is what I consider dressing up.
Nice pussy hat. That's it. Now that right there is an unsafe hat.
You're right.
It triggers people. Yeah. It makes people feel, you know, as if they're being hunted.
Yeah, I do feel like an oppressor when I walk around it. Like, I just came back from the subway.
Right.
And you sit down, you forget what hat you're wearing, you just, like, adjust it. And it kind of looks like, yeah, fuck yeah. And you're just like, yeah.
I admire it. I don't know.
Captain Bassington.
Yeah. I don't do it because it's none of people's fucking business. You know, I mean, okay, and plus, you know, I mean, they can tell. You look at me,
You look
you know,
unhappy, Captain
you know,
Blazkowicz.
I'm
Don't.
not strutting around. I'm not walking around like some kind of Hillary fucking supporter. Oh, they're terrible people. So what's going to happen with these safe spaces, Brian? You haven't been to college yet. Me neither. You know, in these colleges, they have a safe space. What's that become? They go, well, why shouldn't we have a whole safe campus? Why in the world shouldn't the whole campus be a place where I mean, are you saying it's okay? The implication is, you know, if you're in a safe space, by definition, the rest of the world is dangerous.
Right.
The rest of the world, crazy shit's gonna happen. Yeah. Somebody might disagree with me. Somebody might call me out on my bullshit. Somebody might think I'm ugly or fat. They might fat shame me. They might slut shame me. And if they say it, I mean, what am I gonna do? So they act like they're all afraid and shit like that. Victimization is the way everybody's gotten everything. Any minority people, any sort of like, you know, women aren't even a fucking minority. They're the majority. Why do they, you know, how are they so marginalized? They had to switch and say marginalized for them. Yeah. Well, I don't think they're marginalized. Women have more of everything than we have.
It's true.
More opportunity. They got all the pussy.
All the pussy, all the power.
All of the fucking pussy. And then what do they do with it? They sit on it. They sit on it. And they go, try and get it. Don't try too hard. Because then, and that's not safe. So, like, they occasionally they dole a little bit out, you know, and they control the price. Because they're all talking about it, like OPEC. So they got all the pussy, and they dole it out like OPEC, and they control it. Think about if they sold it for real.
Like, market it.
Right. Well, then fuck would we be?
Well, kind of fucked, but then again, see, we'd have to define what a 10 actually is and, like, what a 1 actually is. Like, there's kind of like this loose rating system, but I feel like that would, like, tighten up.
It is a bit subjective as it is, yeah. We'd have to, like, get that. And you have to have a card saying what number you are.
Like, you know how you can't carry, like, you're going into one state to the other? There's, like, regional, there'll be, like, state laws and federal. So, like, your federal number, and then there's, like, your state number. Like, I'm in Pennsylvania 8, which makes me, like, in New York, 7.8.
Oh, I don't know. It might take you down to more like a 6 in New York. But I mean, we're talking about ladies.
Yeah.
Big difference in a Pennsylvania 8
and does your
New York 8.
Yeah. Does your when you get older as a woman, you just start losing decimal points
Automatically.
right?
Yeah.
It just like starts.
Just come off. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like how your life insurance premiums go up or something, or it's a fact. You are not as attractive as you once were. Your vagina doesn't get as wet. You're not as, you know, firm. Yeah. All that stuff. And so, would there be any reciprocity? Would there be some states? Some states would be more or less equal as far as the numbers go.
I think California would be
So, you know, Missouri and like Illinois, that's got to be the same.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, like you said, crossing over from say, you know, going from Jersey to, you know, to New York City, or from you know, Connecticut to Maine.
Right, but then like,
right, those Maine bitches, man.
Yeah. It's just the same chick but with like a beanie on.
And so like, would they be like, you know, when you go to a hotel and they like the maximum price they can charge is this or whatever, and so like that's what they'd have the maximum price.
I think so. Yeah. Because that translating into like the whole reason for the rating is to have the money.
Is to have money, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It would vary.
And then like a sale.
It's getting very complicated. There'd probably be a heavy state tax in New York.
Yeah.
And the pussy tax would be worse than the cigarette tax.
Right.
The cigarette tax like $4.50 a pack or something like that.
You know what'd be fun? The votes. Because they'd like a person of question they'd put on this like stage, and we'll just have them like one by one. It'll take like 2 hours to get like 50 of them through.
Yeah.
And everybody rates and judges, and that's the like a gavel.
That's how they do it.
So.
But they don't get to vote anymore. You can either sell pussy or you can vote. But,
that sounds good.
You can't do both. It's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
So you'll be selling pussy for cheaper, trying to get votes. People that you support, and we know who the women support, because the media markets to women for the simple reason that the women are a gigantic audience, you know. I mean, a gigantic, you know, demographic. That's half the people. Yeah. I mean, you know, ostensibly a little more, really. So if you get them on your side, if you market to them and the blacks and the immigrants, the fucking gays and the retards. That's like a lot of the, you know, and they all come out to vote. We're kind of fucked.
Yeah, we are.
And team up against us. We're the only ones with any sense.
That just reminded me when I was in the safe space. I heard that.
That sounds really, you know, like racist or something. I don't mean it that way. But I'm talking about as the way blocks of people vote. If you're emotionally voting for Democrats, you're not bright at all. You're just not smart, and you shouldn't be making decisions about who runs the country.
You need things marketed towards them too. It's like I like sneakers a lot. You would say that like you know, women like sneakers or whatever, but you'll notice women be shopping. But when they advertise shoes, it's only like a small select amount, and the rest you have to find out on your own, just because you're a guy and like looking for some information. You have to find it, and if you can miss it if you like a sneaker release or something like that. But women's shoes, like the Shocks, things like that.
Yeah. Put
them on billboards right outside the street. You walk down the street, you'll see like, you know.
It's because we wouldn't see them. We wouldn't see shoes that we you know what I mean? Did you see they took down Trump's billboard in Times Square? There was a billboard up there that was that had all Hillary Clinton's bullshit on it.
No way.
Yeah, and they took it down. Because whoever's business it was, they're like, well, we don't like that. We've got complaints.
Damn.
So, yeah, I mean, you can't even put up a billboard. It's ridiculous. It was up there for about half an hour, and 9,000 complaints. Because New York City's 6-1 retard to fucking us.
Take me out of here, Jizzy.
Yes. Goes out of here, Jizzy.
That's so funny.
Ah! No idea. That was such a wild ride.
Hands backwards.
Never been taken out of a place before.
I was late. I didn't mean to stop you halfway through. What I did hear is that you're like, you know, you don't appreciate someone until they're at a parade, and I was just in the elevator, laughing in front of strangers. Yeah, because it's like a delay. So I was listening to the show live.
Well, you're listening to it. You had fun.
Yeah.
I see.
Mr.
Well, here's what we're gonna do. I do too.
No, not that.
You don't have to fucking. I know I'm the substitute teacher.
You're not throwing shade.
Good shade has been thrown.
But every week it's been kind of part of our life to.
We haven't laughed in about half an hour. When the plastic bubble shit, they were okay.
They're the bubble boys.
Yeah, now they're the bubble boys. Look at you guys in your bubble.
Bubble boys.
Be a kiss.
They just wanted us to see us as real men.
That was a really creepy scene right there.
Is that a preview?
I'm not really. Can you imagine if the previews looked like that?
It's like half a movie.
It was really, it was half a movie. Right? That's the way I got through the show. But we're gonna go down a little different. Now I know this is not really regular safe space type material, and that's fine because we're down a rabbit hole. But I don't know if you remember when Ralph Macchio first appeared on American television commercials for things like bubblegum and Dr. Pepper. And his on-screen debut was in the 1980 film Up the Academy, and that was Up the Academy is described as a teen comedy film with a plot about the outrageous antics of a group of misfits in a military school. This is at the Sheldon R. Weinberg Academy. Starred Wendell Brown as Ike, Tom Cetera as Hash, Hutch Parker as Oliver, Ralph Macchio as Chooch.
My uncle used to call me Chooch when I was a kid.
It's really, it shows you how different things were a very short time ago.
And this is all the stuff you can't do.
This is like the fucking funny fag who comes in and tries to molest all the kids. To just slip off noodle shorts. Top posted. Respected character actor. Here they are dancing together.
Was that guy the Jeffersons? The guy who's a clear?
No. Oh, maybe in a ghost role or something. No, he wasn't Willis. Oh, trans comedy? Very transphobic.
Keep putting it in the wrong side of my mouth.
Oh my God, the bomb worked. This is a great. Blew up the whole fucking thing. Yeah. Reverse, and then that reassembled. Alfred E. Newman. Look at that. Up the academy. How about that voice?
No. Fuck.
Why does Dad always have such a mess for us?
I don't know, my friend. I imagine he's got more important things to tend to.
Hey! You two know there's no conversation elsewhere so I can get some bloody sleep.
Sorry, Commander. We'll finish another shot.
Carry on and fuck off. Good night.
Temper on that guy. Can't he ever ask something nicely?
You don't want us to have a talk to you.
How are you feeling ahead, Mr. Stubbs?
Good days and bad days. When I take my pills, I get things.
And what happens, Mr. Stubbins, if you do not take it?
Then I would enter a psychotic and paranoid state. My friends would become my enemies, and I would be a downright hazard to myself and everyone around me. I might be compelled to engage in incomprehensible manic ravings for hours on end.
Can't believe Caroline is dead. Who will lead us now?
The angry Scottish man, I think.
He's getting leadership, you mean? Until I find someone.
I'm not leaving for another 20 or so. Thank you for worrying about it, though. Fuck. It hurts so much. I had to shut my game off. Oh, wow.
comments. Take Highway 404 North Markham.
All they'd known, all they felt, like what? Like it never was.
still lost.
Where does this thing? She's still eating.
What happened to Charlie? Good leader. Not like the foul-mouthed Scot.
Hey. Bon. The rest can be very filthy.
Come here, guys. Come on.
Whatever you say. But tell me. My friend. You look how you say, like shit.
These graphics sure are realistic. Feel like I'm inside the game.
Wrong person, I think, Josh. Come on. Who's a good girl, mama? Right? Yeah. Oh. I died. What's wrong, girl? Come here. You okay, Rocco? It's a good girl. Come here. Stay here. Good girl. Good girl, mama. Alright. Alright, folks. I'll be back. See you in a bit.